Have you ever made a timetable that you followed only for 3 days out of your entire academic year? Have you ever procrastinated so hard that you don't know what you were procrastinating for? Have you ever made an organizational tab for everything you need to do, but then end up never actually following through on anything? Well, then you're at the right spot, because I was never naturally disciplined, and yet by the end of the year, I managed to not only have an amazing timetable, which I did end up following, I also managed to avoid procrastination to the max and also organize everything to keep a clear head throughout the year. So, let me tell you how to get started on planning a timetable. Come on, go to the intro card. Go, go. So the first step to making a good timetable is understanding that your timetable needs to be stretchable, breathable, and adaptable, which means that a lot of things are going to be happening to you throughout the year. And if you manage your time according to every single second of every single day, you will never be able to follow through on all of your plans. Instead, go ahead and do what I did. Divide your timetable into two parts. One is a macro timetable and the other is a micro timetable. So a macro timetable gives you a general overview of what you want to do per month. So in that particular month, what is your general list of priorities in a particular order, and how does that priority list change as you get closer to an academic exam, for example, or a dance recital, for example. If you're juggling a lot of things together, a macro plan is a very useful tool for you to decide what to do with your limited time and how to devote it to the point where you're actively working to maintain your priority list for that month. Now, a micro plan, on the other hand, is very different from a macro plan. A micro plan is one that consists of your day-to-day tasks, what you want to do, how you want to do it, and it changes every day or even every week, depending on how monotonous your routine is. And I would suggest that if you're someone who's doing micro planning for the first time, try not to assign timestamps to every task you do. For example, if I want to wake up at 8 a.m., I'm going to start having breakfast at 5 a.m. That's a horrible way to make a timetable, guys. You are not supposed to do that. Please don't do that. Instead, allot time to your tasks. Don't say that you're going to be doing math from 4 to 5 and then psychology from 5 to 7. Say that you want 2 hours for psychology and 1 hour for math, and then do it whenever you feel like it. Just make sure that you allot enough time for each subject to the point where you're able to follow through on the tasks needed, and this allotted time actually helps you understand how time management works and helps you build it better. Lastly, try to remember that all your timetables are scheduled around you, which means that if something comes up last minute, your entire plan does not need to be derailed. Try to stick to your plan as much as possible, but understand that nobody is perfect. And in an effort to achieve a perfect following of every single schedule that you ever do, you end up not trying at all. Which leads me to my second point, the reason and art of procrastination. Look, procrastination is a very common phenomenon that is a simple direct result of high self expectations and low self discipline. Procrastination is a problem with a very simple solution. All you have to do is think about why you're procrastinating. Have a long thought about why it is that you're delaying something that is most important to you right now as a student. And then try to identify ways to overcome that. Most probably, it's going to be the high expectations that you have of yourself. And try to first understand why you have such high expectations, and then try to lower them to the point where you understand that studying just isn't that intimidating. It's something that you can do and maybe even enjoy. Which leads me to my next solution. Divide things into more approachable tasks. Don't sit and just try to do everything all at once. Divide everything into manageable, smaller chunks, which makes it less intimidating and allows you to focus for a long period of time. One pro tip I would give you is to delete all social media apps that are going to distract you, because then you have nothing else to hide behind, and the boredom kind of motivates you towards the right direction. But after all this, if you're still willing to look for something that helps you organize things in a much more efficient manner, I went for an app called Notion. It's a really intimidating app for users that are not completely aligned with what it actually does. But a simple YouTube tutorial helped me figure out how to do it, and I spent around 7 or 8 hours personalizing it. But you don't have to do that. Here's a look at my Notion though. So as you can see, this is my Notion, and the first thing that you see when you open the school tab is that I have all these courses aligned very well, along with some easy quick access to the official CISE website and some papers. And when you go further down, you'll notice that I have a calendar full of all the days and all the things that I might want to add into my day. So this helped me a lot while managing everything. And then when you open the courses, in each course you'll find a lot of different information that I had compiled, including all the past year papers, some quick links, and a lot of test papers, which really made it so easy for me to be able to prepare for my board exam, because I didn't have to open every single old past paper folder. I just had to open my Notion. And I did this for each and every subject, as you can see, including literature and grammar, which added to why I got that centum. So as you can see, my Notion was very well organized, and that helped me a lot throughout the year. But if you are not into something that complicated, you can always go for simpler apps like reminders, Google Calendar, anything that helps you write down tasks ahead of time. And you can also just write them on a simple pen and paper, guys. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. As long as you have something to fall back on and look up to while you're feeling down or demotivated, because this and to-do lists is where you actually find motivation to continue studying and you remember what you're doing it for. So as long as you find that, and I really hope you do, should be okay. And that was the video, guys. Please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up and let me know down below what you would want me to cover next. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.